doing just a recording. That makes sense. I made the mistake and I had a Dr. Pepper with dinner. So now I got like that sugar coating going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be like, yeah.
I've had crap in my throat like the last couple days, and it's in there, and like I keep trying to swallow to get it out, and it's like drainage, and I can't get it out, and like I've found myself like just swallowing, and I'm like, what? I wasn't even trying to like my body's just so used to like swallowing now. Like I'll just find myself like swallowing, not even thinking about it. It's weird.
What's really hard, what's really annoying is whenever you're dry and you want to swallow, but you just can't, and then it's like it's like an itch you can't scratch. It's just so like it's like almost like being claustrophobic or something. It's an unsettling feeling.
Yeah.
And then you finally swallow, it's like, okay, I can breathe.
Yeah.
For such a simple thing. I find whenever I get that like tickle or like that whatever drainage or whatever in the back of the throat I can't get rid of, like tortilla chips or crackers. Just a good
Really?
amount of those and some water. Yeah, it seems to like just kind of like drag everything down. I don't know what it is. But that's my go-to at least. I like chili when I'm sick. Or soup. All right. I'm ready on this one. You ready?
Yep, I'm good to go.
Just a reminder to anybody tuning in on this one. We are recording this one on a bit of a delay, so we can't get to your comments right now, but leave them down below, and we'll get to them on the next episode.
Yeah.
All right, with that started, here we go. In 3. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to This Podcast Takes Tokens. I'm Derek, joined by my brother Ryan. Today we are talking about the movie True Lies. I'm just going to get right into it because I really love this movie. I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm looking forward to talking about it with you. So with that, I'm just going to roll the intro and we'll get into it. What do you say?
Let's do it. Yep.
Your local video store card.
A comic book in your back pocket.
Games with no tutorials.
Music you had to discover.
And drinking water straight from the hose.
These are the things us millennials remember fondly. We are the Jennings brothers.
Join us after the streetlights come on
as we race our bikes from the top of the hill
right down memory lane.
Exchange those quarters because this podcast takes tokens.
She took the ice cubes out of the ice cube tray. That's crazy. Apparently he was talking about Roseanne Barr in that. And the divorce they went through. Yeah.
Completely believe it. That's had knowing that he got his inspiration from that is great. That's great.
That's the rumor at least. Anyways, we're here to talk about True Lies. Fun movie. I love this movie. This was probably, I dare say this is my second favorite Arnold movie. Maybe my favorite. I think it might be my favorite. I don't know. But we'll get into that. Let me run down the numbers and then we'll get in there. Release date, July 15th, 1994. About 3 years after our last one. Last Action Hero was in 91, I think we said.
No, it was 93.
Was it 93? Okay.
It was the same year that Jurassic, or same
that's right.
Jurassic Park came out.
Jurassic Park, that's right. Yeah, 93.
T2 was in 91.
A year before. That's what I'm thinking of is T2. Okay. Yeah. Budget of $115 million. Wow.
What?
This one. Yeah. This one had a budget on it.
Cow.
This is James Cameron.
Wow.
Yeah. James Cameron, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know the studio was like, you know what? They're gonna make Terminator 2, 3. They're gonna make another Terminator. So let's let them have it. Let's let them run with it. And James Cameron ran with it, man. He ran with it. Box office. What do you think? Opening weekend. How do you think they did?
Opening weekend. I'm going to say 30 million opening weekend.
25.9.
Ah,
Very close.
okay.
Very close. Worldwide budget or worldwide gross. How do you feel like they did in the end? Worldwide gross.
What was the total budget?
115 million.
150 million. I'm going to say
15.
115. I'm going to say 200 million.
All right. Well, that's a little better. 378.9 million.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. They more than made it back. That's a good triple for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely well earned. Tomato score. How do you think they did on tomato score?
Okay. I think that they probably did pretty well on this.
Critics.
Critics, yeah. I'm going to say 81.
Ooh, no, 77. Not bad. 77.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's still good.
Popcorn.
That's still good.
Popcorn meter. What do you
Popcorn
think
meter. 100%. No. I'm going to say like an 88 popcorn meter.
76 actually went down one, but they're really close. They're within a point of each other. That's perhaps. I think we've only had one other that was spot on the same.
The Warriors. Yeah, it was the same.
Yeah. So
and you weren't in the. Yeah, on the Warriors.
I was pulling it down. Yeah, I should have gone on there and voted it. Could have fixed that problem.
Yeah. Anyway, 80,
anyways.
What did you say? 76%? That's still good.
Yes, 76%. That's not bad for Rotten Tomatoes popcorn meter. Yeah, that's fresh. What is fresh? Qualified as fresh. Is it anything over 70 is qualified as fresh, or is it?
I think that's
higher?
right. I think it's over 70. I think.
Well, either way, I'm pretty happy with it. I enjoyed this movie. How did you feel when going back and watching this movie?
I really, really enjoyed watching this movie. It was a ton of fun. There's a ton of, the action just almost never lets up. The story's good. The good story supports the good action. The whole time I'm watching this, though, I'm thinking, how in the world did our father let me watch this? I sat with him and watched this movie. The only time I couldn't watch is when she's when Jamie Lee Curtis is dancing, and he told me, "Close your eyes." And then when it was done, he let me open them up, and I watched I'm like watching this, like talking to our dad, like, how did you let me watch this, Dad?
This was one of those movies I remember watching and just seeing, like putting on and rewatching on VHS, and like fathers and uncles and whoever was in the family, male, would watch it with us, or be in the room, or would walk in and it would be on and would stop to watch the movie. Maybe not necessarily for the same parts, but it was always like one that, like, as you're definitely the hotel scene, but definitely as they're walking through the house, if this movie's on and they catch it, they're gonna stop and do the dad thing and stand in the doorway and watch it for a while. And this was a great movie, and I feel like it just captured it. And I gotta say, this is a little aside the fact. Where did you watch yours? Whenever you rewatched it this time?
I own it on Amazon. So whatever the Amazon version is, that's what I own digitally.
Yeah. So you watched I'm assuming 4K or HD or whatever version of it they have. I gotta say, I'm watching this movie, and the entire time I'm thinking to myself, this looks amazing. It looks like it could have been shot just a few years ago. Like, it does not look that old. It doesn't look like a movie that's 30 years old now. It doesn't look like that. It looks really good. Like, the restoration that they did on it looks amazing. I'm baffled. I'm blown away by it. I mean, for anything else, just to watch it and see a movie from 1994 look this good is totally worth it. And
even like, it's the practical effects. Like, how many times do we just hark on that? Most of this is practical effects. Explosions are real. Like, even if it's like a small explosion on a model, it's still real.
The Harrier jet was real.
The Harrier, yes, that's what I was getting ready to say. The Harrier jet was real. And oh my gosh, yeah, it looks really, really good. And
It really does, yeah.
gosh,
And that whole scene with the Harrier jet on the ceiling or on the rooftop, they actually brought like a scale or like a model of the Harrier jet, like a full size model of the Harrier jet minus I think the wings.
Wow.
Up onto the rooftop and had it on like this 6-axis thing so they could hang it ever so slightly off the rooftop and shoot Arnold against it with the crane, because they had the crane up there too. They actually used the crane to bring the Harrier jet up to the rooftop. And actually I think it did have the wings on it. Like I think it was like a full replica of a Harrier jet.
Wow.
And yeah, just like, because then they were able to lean it over the edge of the building and shoot it in a way that it looked like it's flying underneath this crane. And the whole time James Cameron is in this helicopter and he's shooting it with this, like, there's just like this big globe of a camera on the side of the helicopter that he's controlling. And he just had them like shoot from a great distance and on a long telephoto lens shot the scene and had him kind of moving around. It was kind of like undulating the zoom on it a little bit to kind of give this effect that the plane was moving, but really the plane is stationary, and the way they're flying around it and zooming in and out, it made it look like the plane was moving, which is just an amazing effect. It's just incredible. It just shows the talents of James Cameron.
Exactly. I mean, he is. Oh my gosh, I don't feel like he can ever really do any wrong. Like I'm sure there's some movie that he's done that I probably don't like. I mean, well, Titanic, but Titanic was a huge hit. Like, you know, it was, aside from how I feel about it, that was a big hit. But yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it's incredible for sure. And then like you can just see that he put that same amount of love into the restoration that made it look, that makes it just look. I just can't get over how good this looks, man. So, anyways, really launching into the movie, this opening scene is just like we're going, like we're in this whole like I don't know, James Bond spy espionage setup. Like he gets out of the water and he's got the tuxedo on underneath the wetsuit and infiltrates this party and everything. Did you know who the billionaire is that's throwing the party? You know, they showed him for a minute. Did you recognize him?
Who? No, I didn't. Who was it?
Did you ever watch the show How I Met Your Mother?
Not a lot of it.
Okay. Well, if you're familiar with the show How I Met Your Mother, he's the limo driver, Ranjit, in How I Met Your Mother. He has a reoccurring character. He comes on like, I don't know, a couple dozen times or something like that. Okay. And so the billionaire that's thrown, that's him. It just ends up becoming. I just thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I like that.
I wish I'd watched more of that, and then I'd have as much of a shock and awe as we did a little bit.
Bit of a letdown now, but that's fine. That's fine. I enjoyed it.
That's okay. It's like,
it's not something I recognized before, but yeah, I like watching it now for sure.
Well, there's so many actors in this movie that I'm like, whoa, I forgot they were in this, and I may not like remember the actor's name. Charlton Heston, yes, like he's in this. I'm like, what? Like who? All these people. And what's her name?
Charlton Heston giving his Beth Nick Fury.
That's exactly it. I looked that up just before we started this. I looked it up because I had a note on there that he resembles Nick Fury, and it's widely speculated that look was an homage to Nick Fury.
Did he ever play Nick Fury in any capacity? I feel like he did. Man, he could have.
He totally could have. Yeah. But, I mean, that's the only explanation for that, right? Like, that's such a weird, like, why else would they have him look that way with, like, the scratch across his...
Right.
I mean, I know this movie is, like, kind of over the top, but, like, that seems like a little bit out of the realm of, like, the scope of what this movie is doing.
Yeah, because it's not like Marvel was big into making... Like, they were Marvel movies back then, but they weren't. Like, they were, like, mostly, like, made for TV, and they weren't great. Like, you can't find them anymore. They were so bad. So I can't imagine they were like, we're going to backdoor audition Charlton Heston for Nick Fury in this weird way.
Yeah.
Like they do sometimes now. Like, you know, like you'll see somebody pop up and they're like, it's like, oh yeah, I can see this person as this character. Which, speaking of which, apparently Arnold Schwarzenegger did not want Jamie Lee Curtis for the role that she got here. Initially, he did not want it. He said she was too sexy. He couldn't see her playing a housewife. So he's like, I just don't see it. And James Cameron's like, I see it. I just don't know how to convince him. And then he sits down to watch A Fish Called Wanda. And he ends up watching the whole thing. And after he gets done, he calls up Schwarzenegger. He's like, hey, come over. And Schwarzenegger's like, okay. So he goes over, and James Cameron sits him down. And he's like, I'm gonna just run this at you one more time. Jamie Lee Curtis, she's our girl. She's the one we want to cast. She's it. She is it, 100%. And he looks at Arnold, and Arnold looks at him, and Arnold's kind of giving him a look like he's thinking about it. And Arnold just says, okay, we'll do it your way. And then that was it. He was sold.
That's it.
And so then they're off and running. Which initially, like, she was just cast, like below the title, I guess. And after filming wrapped, which they were filming up until like I think like 2 months before this released.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Yeah, it was close. And so James Cameron's in the editing bay, and he's editing the titles, and he says, he gives Arnold a call again. He's like, Jamie Lee, she did a lot of work on this. She really she pulled her own, and she made this movie. Like, she took it up a notch, and she did a lot with her character, and she really committed, and so on and so forth. And what do you think about putting her next to you on the title card, above the title? And Schwarzenegger said, yeah, she earned it for sure. Let's give it to her. And so they called it Jamie Lee, and they're like, you know what, we're going to put you above the title, which was just awesome. It's very unheard of in Hollywood, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. But she definitely earned.
Oh, she absolutely did. In that whole story, I love how like Schwarzenegger and Cameron are just like, they're just buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just like, come to my house, check this out. It's so cool.
Like, you think about all that they've worked on together. Like, they've done so much together, and then so much like just great like action films. And then like I'm surprised Arnold hasn't shown up in one of the Avatar movies.
I know.
It's probably something that James Cameron keeps running by. I'm like, come on, man, I got a part for you. He's like, not for me. I kill the aliens. I don't become the aliens.
He should have been like the big bad in the first one.
Oh, really? Yeah, right. Well, I don't know. What's his name? What's his name was really good in that one too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. It's the only one I've seen. I haven't seen any other ones.
While he's shooting.
Yeah. Then we got Predator coming in.
Jimmy Lee Curtis. Oh,
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
All right. Back on track.
Was so good. The only thing the only gripe I had about her performance, the only one, was when that gun is falling down the stairs. It was a funny scene. It's great. Yeah. I'm like, that's a little over the top, just a little bit hamming it up there. With the tone of the movie, I thought it was like, there's jokes. There's so many jokes.
There's plenty of jokes.
But like that seemed like a slapstick sort of, look at her face, listen to her as she's dropping.
And then to do it to her, like, I don't know. I agree. It was. I don't know how else it should have been played, but I don't feel like that was the right play on it. But I'm with you. Like, that's really, I got that as one of my only gripes, and whatever they did for the terrorist on the missile being shot through the building, like whatever, like, I don't know if that was blue screen or it definitely was a CGI, not at the time. But it didn't look great back then, and it doesn't look worse, but it doesn't look better now.
It looks a little campy when he's just like,
Yeah, it looks campy, and it just the effect in general, it just doesn't, like, you have that weird, like, matte stark difference in lighting, and like it just doesn't match up. But like, those are the only two things I have to complain about the whole movie.
Which I don't know how else they would have had him die. Like, I'm trying to think, like, if they're using
They could have
the
just
jet,
fallen off.
yeah, but that would have been kind of because I was thinking that, but that kind of would have been like anticlimactic, though, right? She's like, oh, that's how he's gonna like. He just like Arnold just turns it and he falls.
Yeah.
I feel like there wouldn't be as much of a. So I'm like, what else could they have done with that? And I don't know. I don't know.
But I mean, shooting the terrorist with the missile.
Oh yeah, no,
great.
That was
great.
cool. That was very cool. I liked, but the way the scene played out, it looked. Yeah, I just don't know how else they could have shot that. Like, I totally agree with you.
I think you just cut out the part where he's coming at the camera and making the weird face.
Just
and
then show it.
Just,
yeah. I mean, I think they could have even showed it from behind when he's like going through the building, like attached to the missile, and then have it hit the helicopter.
Yeah. Which was
my only other gripe that I had with this was there were several times in the movie, particularly though in the beginning scene when he's escaping from the mansion and he's running down the hill, I could so tell that was not Arnold. I'm like, this is clearly his stunt. Like, and I was like, they're not even trying to hide that it's his stunt double. Is how it appeared. Like,
I think
there
it's
several scenes like that.
I think it's because of when it was shot. Yeah, like you're watching it, like you're gonna watch it at home on a TV, or you're gonna see it on a big screen in a theater. And either way, and it's not even like we didn't have like the giant screens that we have now. The screens were big, but they weren't like the I don't know, like the 80-foot wide screens that we have now. They were modest by today's standards. And so like that, maybe you would see it, maybe you wouldn't, but it wouldn't be as obvious. And the quality wasn't as high. I feel like the 4K restoration on this point shoots him in the foot because whenever he's going downhill, you can see it's a stuntman, and whenever he's on the horse, a lot of the time whenever he's on the horse, you can see that a lot more so on the horse. But after that, I didn't really see the stuntman. I don't think as much. But I know he was there.
Maybe those are the two times. But it was so prevalent to me that I'm like, or so
it stood
obvious
out like a sore thumb.
I'm like, oh my gosh, it did. And I don't know, like, I mean, I guess sure, like you don't want Arnold like tripping and like rolling down the hill, but I'm like, can Arnold not run down?
He's
the
an
hill?
athletic guy.
Like,
I think it's more of an insurance thing.
Yeah, it has to be. And I mean, I get the horse riding. Maybe Arnold doesn't know how to ride a horse, but like,
he does. And that's like
he?
whenever him and Cameron were talking about whenever Cameron was writing this movie, he wrote in the horse riding scene specifically because of Arnold's ability to ride a horse because of Conan the Barbarian. He rode a horse on that a lot of times.
Oh, that's right. He did. Yeah, so I forgot about that.
He's an experienced horse rider. He's pretty good at riding horses. So yeah, they wrote it in like that. And actually there was one scene with the horse, whenever they're on the elevator, and, there's those that old couple that's in the elevator with them. They were actually the horse trainers. So they put them in the elevator, in costume to keep the horse calm because it was such a confined space and they didn't want the horse bucking with Arnold on the back of it.
I see.
The horse trainers in there with them, which is
awesome.
A funny little tidbit. They did a great job.
They did, and it's a great way to just like to solve that problem.
Yeah.
Like again, it's like James Cameron. Like, oh my gosh, like there's a reason he's
such a great filmmaker.
Renowned. Yeah.
And the way she reacts to getting swatted in the face by the horse, I'm like, I wouldn't have believed that she had anything. Like she wanted anything to do with horses. She had such a genuine reaction. Of just,
so funny. I love that whole horse scene. Like it.
Yes.
It doesn't really make. It makes sense in the movie, but like, I'm like, why would you like continue to ride this horse up the elevator and this and that? But it's just so well shot. And
it looks great.
I love
the whole standoff where they're riding up together. Yeah.
Yes. And then when he tries to get the horse to jump between buildings, I'm like,
yes. The horse is like,
nope. I was watching that. Yeah, I was watching that this time because it'd been a while since I watched it. I'd forgotten about that scene. I'm like, there's no way he gets the horse to clear this. Like, there's no way this horse, like, I don't even know how the motorcycle cleared this. Like, there's no way the horse is gonna do this. And if it does, it's like gonna be dead. Even if it hits the water, it's dead.
It's not gonna make it.
And I love the horse is like, I ain't dying for this, you know, and just stops, and he just goes flying over. And for some reason, I was thinking that at that point, I was expecting him to slip or something. I mean, I didn't expect him to die, obviously, but to slip and like, you know, have some. But I love how
to extend that moment.
Yeah, come on, horsey, like good horse, you know. He's backing up, and it was back up. It was so fun.
And then he gets up and he starts admonishing the horse. He's like, "You're a police horse. What are you doing? We gotta catch the bad guy." I love that. So you don't think the horse could have made the jump?
Oh, absolutely not. No way. No way. There's no way.
Yeah, I would agree. That was probably like several lanes of travel, like probably like a half a block. Like, it was a good distance that the motorcycle cleared.
Yeah.
But it was still fun. What about like
it's fun.
Before that, he's having the whole like the fight in the bathroom with the guys, and there's that poor old guy stuck in the stall, and he just comes out at the end with his pants around his ankles. Can you imagine just being in a stall and there's just like chaos storm of a fight breaks out, and you're just left alone? Like, okay, this is like, all right, now what?
but Arnold is nice enough to be like, really sorry about this.
Yeah,
you know, and then he leaves. I just want to hang out with this guy. Like, you know, like, he's a secret agent. Yeah, he's killing people. He's doing whatever. He's
a good guy.
Shady life. But he's a good guy.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Generally good guy.
Yeah,
I love those that little like the cigarettes and glasses, like with the camera and everything. Mm-hmm. That was just such a cool little like I don't know, toy or piece of spy gear. I just love that so much. That's one of my favorite things from this movie is that little hidden camera and glasses. Mm-hmm. I think I just like mentally obsessed over that throughout my childhood. Just like how that worked and like, you know, hiding things inside of other like common day objects and stuff like that. I loved it so much. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things for sure.
Yeah, it is a good use of it. I mean, I like how they introduce it with Tom Arnold, you know, and he sets it up there, and then you see Dana stealing from him. But then later,
and that's such a like a like teen kid thing too, like to,
it is.
Steal the money and then run out the door, and as your parents are chasing you down, like clearly knowing you did something wrong, you know that that's why they're chasing you down. Just be like, thanks, bye, love you, Dad, and just like take off. I'll deal with that later. Yeah.
I think they did a really good job with her, just how they portrayed her as like this teen that just she doesn't want anything to do with her folks. You know, she's
figuring out who she is.
Life, and she is. Yeah. And then of course, you know, at the end, like she's crying for daddy, which would be what a 14-year-old is going to be doing. You know, I don't want to have anything to do with you until the crap hits the fan.
Until I need you.
I need you. You know, I love you to death. But it was real. And I can't remember. I've seen her in a lot of stuff. I think she was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. After Buffy died, she took over as a Slayer, and then when Buffy came back, anyway, they were both Slayers. I can't remember what her name is.
Elijah Dushku, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
She was in Jay and Silent Bob, Strike Back.
Was she in that?
Assassin Girls? Yeah.
Okay.
She's in quite a few things. Yeah. Yeah. I like seeing her stuff. She's always a good addition for sure. Yeah. She did like She did a. What's his name? Joss Whedon did a series called like Dollhouse or something like that, and she was
the lead in that. I think wasn't she? Yeah.
And that was
she was like a secret agent or something like that. I think.
Something like that. It was like a kind of like an alias thing, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I don't know. I watched maybe the pilot, and that was about it. But yeah, so good cast all around for sure. Yeah. Even like right down to like every single one of them. Wouldn't change it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I think that everybody was picked really well. I never saw somebody and I was like, oh gosh, this is bad casting. But I'll tell you who excels, it is Bill Paxton in this role.
Oh yes.
He is the king, undisputed king of sleazy characters.
Yes.
And I love him for it. I love Bill Paxton so much. I didn't when I was growing up, but now that I'm an adult,
I have an
I've watched more
appreciation.
things. Oh my gosh, he was just a national treasure. He was so great. And he is hilarious in this movie.
Yeah.
I love his angle of like, and people, like women believing him that he's a secret agent.
I know, right?
It's
Just like
so ridiculous.
this most ridiculous cover stories and everything. Yeah, like I like whenever Tom Arnold is like, "I'm starting to like this guy," and Arnold gives him that look like, "No," and he's like, "But we're still gonna kill him. That's a given."
Still gonna kill him.
That's great.
So
Which
funny.
was just like it was such a good way to like to say exactly what the audience was thinking. Like this guy's funny, and I can not appreciate, but like he's got a thing going. He's doing his thing, and it's working for him. And so, like, I got to give him a little respect for that, for making it work as ridiculous as it is. But we still got to take him down. Like, he's still a scuzzbag. We got to take care of him.
Yeah. It's oh my gosh, so good. I love when he's like, he doesn't know who Arnold is, and he's driving.
Yeah.
He's driving him or whatever, and he's talking about Jamie Lee Curtis and he's like, you got to have an angle with him. He's like, well, Arnold's like, what's your angle? He's like, trade secret. I can't tell you.
And then like 2 seconds later, he's just like spilling his guts. Like, no.
I'll tell you what. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is just like, that's like, yeah, like he's in CIA. He could get him to talk, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was just like a matter of giving him his opening.
Time. I mean, oh my gosh, like this guy, he loves to talk.
He never shuts up. Yeah.
No, he doesn't ever. In his safe house, like obviously it's his house, but he's like, this is the safe house, and like she's believing it. Well, I don't know. I think there's a point where she's like starting to be like, what, until like they come in and like cut the trailer in half, and they're pulling her out.
That was such a cool scene too, where it just like, and then like the back end falls off. Oh, that was so great. It was such a like believable, like, I believe that this is what it would look like if like the CIA was to go in and like try and capture somebody. It's just it was a well executed scene, I'd say.
Oh man. And Paxton's reaction, like whole time, like, because this is all fake, and I was like, "What is this? This is not real."
It's like, you got the wrong guy. Take the girl, not me.
Take the girl. So good. And then when we see him again at the end, and he's doing the same thing, and they both come up to him, and I can't remember what they say to him. He like pees his pants again, and he's like, "Oh God,"
And Jamie Lee was just like, should I do him right here? I think I'm going to do him right here. And he's like, well, you got to, you can do him right here.
Yeah. He's got the lipstick that's up on him.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I think he was burned. I don't think he came back to the U.S. after all this.
No, I don't think so.
Or like whenever they're driving to the safe house and, he kind of puts his arm around her and he's like, you should probably like lay low until we get out of town. And then the guy in the helicopter is like, yep, she's got her head in the guy's lap. All right. Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Tom Arnold's like, maybe she's sleepy. This is just like, Tom Arnold just had some of the best like little tags, little like add-ons to everything. It was great. He was the great comic relief.
Great. I loved when the terrorist is shooting at him and he like the light pole.
He hides behind the pole. He's like 4 times the size of the pole.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he was. Oh my gosh! That's this freaking movie. Like, you got the action, you got a good story, and then there's so much humor in it, and it just makes this great. Oh my gosh! It's such a great movie.
It's like 2 hours and 21 minutes, but you don't notice it. It moves. It moves so well. It's such a well-oiled machine. I would watch a longer cut of this. It was so much fun. Carlos the Jackal, that was his name.
Carlos the Jackal, the
That was the code name they gave Bill Paxton's character, was Carlos the Jackal.
That's Carlos the Jackal.
How do you know Carlos the Jackal?
Jackal. That's it.
That's great.
Oh man.
That whole like thing with Paxton's character and the alternate spy story or whatever, that was a great way to like segue out of our like serious action and into this whole like kind of dissection of their marital life and diving into like, where they're at and how things just kind of like have fizzled out, and they're kind of leading these like parallel lives. And I think Tom Arnold's character kind of gives it to him like the straightest whenever he says something like she's a flesh and blood woman and you're never there, what do you expect to happen? And it's like, that's a very honest moment. And then, that whole thing, it was a great way to just kind of like, while still staying like a spy storyline, give us this peek into their relationship that really helped establish a lot of stuff. It's a great story.
Well, and I like that through all that though, like they never really betrayed each other, like they never stepped outside of their marriage. It was just like the only reason she was doing this is because she wanted to feel alive. She wanted some excitement in her life,
and she thought she was helping this guy out with like his super spy or whatever, helping her country or whatever it was. She's buying into that lie. And then whenever it came to that point though, she was like, no, I'm out, I can't do this, like this isn't me. Well,
really good.
Yeah.
What was your favorite line in the movie? Because there were so many good lines.
There were so many good lines. Yeah, I think it's the I don't know, man. That's a tough one. It's probably it's probably got to be one of Tom Arnold. I think it's got to be something like where Tom Arnold says like maybe she's sleepy, just like one of his little like staying at the very end, whenever he's like, all right, next time you guys are staying in the van or something like that. He just had some great lines. I loved him. What do you got? What do you got?
So I've got two. I can't pick between the two, so I'm just going to kind of cheat and give two. The first one, I think it was when they were with Charlton Heston, and the other guy that was with them, the kind of squirrely looking guy that he was like, they call him the Sand Spider. And then Charlton Heston goes, why? He goes, probably because it's scary. It's scary. But he's so serious. It's probably because it's scary. And then the other one was when Arnold and Jimmy Lee Curtis are tied up in that torture area. Like the guy's going to torture him, And he goes to give him the shot. And he's like, they just give him the shot and put it in, and he's like, you should swab that with alcohol first. Like, it's just
I might get an infection.
Such a stupid lie. I might get an infection. And I love how he just has in spite of like everything that's going on, he just has this humor of just like, what else do you do? You're in this situation, and I'm just gonna talk smack while I'm.
It's just like, he knows he's going to be able to get out of it. He knows how to assess this. He's already assessed the situation. Like, he even says to the guy, I'm going to kill you, but first I'm going to, pick up that thing and I'm going to hit that guy in the eye with it, and then I'm going to snap your neck. Or he's like, and then I'm going to kill you. And he's like, oh, how are you going to kill me? He's like, I think I'm going to snap your neck. And that's exactly what he does, like beat for beat.
How do you expect to do that? The handcuffs? Yeah. I picked the lock. And then the guy's like...
And he was sedated too, kind of, like the whole time. It was great.
Yeah.
Which, like, and then, like, they're escaping, and he goes to lean up against the building, and he kind of stumbles a little bit. It was great little, just like, oh, he's still got, like, some of that in his system, and he hasn't fully, like, gotten over it yet or whatever, which is great.
Yeah.
Or,
I love it.
Whenever Jamie Lee Curtis, they're walking through, and he picks up the two guns and he like starts like taking out some of the guards, and Jamie Lee Curtis is like, I married Rambo. and he just keeps running going.
Yeah.
Which I think might have been more of that, like Arnold and Sylvester Stallone kind of sniping back at each other in their movies.
Yeah. I loved in that whole scene when they're on the island, like that whole series of scenes, when the head terrorist is like, he's giving his spiel, and the cameraman, you can see starting to sweat. He's
shaking a little bit,
and he's like licking his lips. It's his like the whole thing, and then the battery dies, and his hands start shaking when it comes down. He's like,
batteries.
Go get some new ones.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
That might have been one of my favorite quotes right there. It's just the way he says that, and he's just like the whole moment. Because the line by itself doesn't mean anything, but yeah, like that whole build up to that whole moment, and then he's just like, batteries.
It's just great. Like this massive, like, we're gonna start bombing this city and this city, and we're gonna do this until you give us what our demands are, you know. And he's like super serious. This is like nuclear annihilation,
right?
And he's just batteries are dead. Again, like the way they throw comedy in this movie, like it breaks up all that action so well.
Absolutely, yeah,
it really does. It really does.
It's so great. Oh man. Also, okay, so we talked about it a little bit in the beginning. That whole hotel scene is it. I mean, beyond just like the surface of what we see and what we get in that. There's like this little bit of a transformation that happens with Jamie Lee Curtis's character. What was the mom's name again?
It was
Helen.
Helen, that's it. Yeah.
Helen, yeah. So there's this nice little, like, we kind of see this transformation where she kind of comes out of her shell a little bit, and she kind of starts putting on her little like spy persona, if you will. Becoming a little more self-confident, like almost rediscovering like who she was. Because I gotta imagine whenever Harry met Helen, like 25 years ago or whatever it was, like I guess 20 years ago, he said he's been doing this for 17 years. Their kid's like almost 15.
She's yeah. So
that makes sense. I gotta imagine that like they met probably right around the time he went into the CIA, maybe right after. She wasn't. I can't imagine she was like a quiet little church mouse whenever you met her. I'm not saying she was wild and crazy, but she probably had like ambitions and goals and was like very like open and not brash, but I can't think of the word. But you know, like not opinionated, but willing to speak her mind and stand up for herself, like very forward in that sense. And this kind of like, I feel like this kind of like allowed her to recapture that a little bit, to remember who she was at some point, and just like lean into that, and then you can see that change like carries forward throughout the rest of the film. And I kind of like that whole. I mean, just for like now, like watching again and then thinking about it from that angle, I like that whole storytelling part of it.
Yeah.
Adds a whole nother layer to it, I think. And I was watching some of the behind the scenes, and apparently James Cameron pulled Jamie Lee Curtis aside while they were filming that, before they shot it. Because whenever they shot it, there was no script to it. They just said Jamie Lee dances, and then that was it. And like she was just supposed to like go for it and do whatever. And James Cameron pulled her aside after they ran a couple takes, and he's like, okay, this part here where you lean back and you're holding on to the thing, just slip off and just fall for a second. And, so she did, and then you can see Arnold behind her. He kind of stands up for a second because he doesn't realize that, like, he thought she really fell.
That's a real reaction.
Yeah, and that was a real reaction. Then he realized the cameras are still rolling, and Cameron didn't call cut, and he sat back down. And so that was just like, that's a great little, like, James Cameron knew how he would react, or that he would get a reaction out of Arnold, and it would break him a little bit in that moment, and it worked, and it just looked great. It was a great little touch for that scene. I like that part.
Now the thing that this is something that they do. They don't. I mean, not really so much now, but maybe they do. Anyway, so the tape recorder bugs me a lot. You see this in a lot of movies where like they just know instinctively, like, okay, I'm going to back it up. Here it is. I'm going to play this again, because like
Yeah.
when he's like, lay down and close your eyes, and she's like, well, what, or whatever, and he like rewinds it, lay back and lay down and close your eyes or whatever. Like,
yeah.
how is he manipulating? You know what I mean? Like, that bugs
Right.
me a little bit. And not enough to like break me from the movie at all, but I'm like, oh, like there's that, like Home Alone, they did in Home Alone 2, and like, I don't know, there's
Yeah, in
countless
Home
movies where
Alone,
they do that.
I can't defend the one in Home Alone, but he's a super spy. So I gotta imagine. I'm pretty sure with a cassette there's a way to mark chapters and have it jump to, like, you can mark the tracks and you can have it jump to songs and stuff like that with a more high-end cassette player, I think.
Okay.
And so I would imagine then that that's all they're doing, is that they've encoded this cassette in a way that it has these track markers for the different lines. I'm impressed that he knew exactly what she was going to say and almost how she was going to dress and everything. But the thing that bugs me about it is he's just playing it on this little tape recorder, and it's supposed to sound like it's coming from him. And like, I don't know, every time you play something back on a tape recorder, it just sounds like it's on a tape recorder. It sounds like it's coming out of a little tinny speaker. I can't imagine it sound like actual human speech. So that's the part that bugs me about it, is like, it doesn't sound like an actual person. It doesn't have the bass and the vibrato. It's not projecting. It's just kind of like, it sounds small, and it doesn't sound like a human voice.
Yeah,
that's
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. But you're right, though. It does. I mean, that part of the story, like, it is crucial for Helen, because that's when she really becomes the woman she's, that she's always been. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and
that hero she has deep inside.
Yep. And gosh darn it, I wish we could have got a sequel to this, because I would have loved to see a movie with her full on being a spy with him. I think that would have been really, really
and their
good.
daughter finding out would probably be the same.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. And they tried forever to make a sequel, and James Cameron had some scripts going, and they were working back and forth, and they were going to do it in the early 2000s, and then 9/11 happened, and they were like, we can't do terrorist plots. That's just not...
Yeah.
It's not in good conscience right now, so they shelved it. And they scrapped the whole thing and walked away from it. They did a TV show recently in like last year or the year 2023. CBS did a series with Steve Howley and Ginger Gonzaga. Steve Howley was in Reba and Shameless. And
okay,
he plays the Harry Tasker guy, which it kind of works. And Ginger Gonzaga, I've recognized her in a lot of stuff, but there's nothing that stands out to me as this is what she was from. But yeah, 2023 rather, just a couple years ago, CBS did a series. I think it's like 16 or 18 episodes long. It got canceled. I watched, I think, the first episode, and I wanted to go back and watch the rest of it, and then I saw that it got canceled, and at that point I was like, well, it got canceled, I'm not going to bother watching it. I might go back and watch it just to maybe get a little bit more, but they definitely, they twisted it up just a little bit, and they kind of accelerated some things and slowed some things down. But, they made one, I guess. But I'm with you. I would have liked to have seen a proper sequel to this one.
Yeah,
I think that could have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, especially like you've got. I mean, bring back as much of the original cast as you can. You got bring back Tom Arnold, like, and even if like at some point, even if it's just like a 5-minute throwaway scene where they stumble across, they're overseas, they stumble across Bill Paxton again,
Absolutely,
and he's still doing the same shit.
I think you need a scarred Tia Carrere, like she somehow survived that accident, but she's got like a facial scar or something. And now she's like a Bond villain type or something like that. I think we could have had a good sequel. I don't know.
Yeah, we could.
So much stuff got ruined with 9/11.
Did she survive that, or did she not? Like, I mean, I know it never shows us, and she could have.
No,
but there's also, was she in the blast radius of the nuke?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Because did he? He pulled her up onto the helicopter before they landed. Okay, yeah, and then they were flying away. I don't know.
She went down in the limo into the water.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the limo never blew up. It was just like...
yeah, did it blow up? Yeah, it just went in the water, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Which, that whole scene, that was shot like... They shot with the stunt woman attached for the pull-out part. And then they swapped out the stunt woman for Jamie Lee Curtis and flew the helicopter the same path again just for her reaction shots. So the reaction shots, that's actually Jamie Lee, strapped in. And so from the point after the limo goes over and you see Jamie Lee's face, that's actually like her reacting in character and everything to everything.
That's awesome.
In camera, which is it's incredible. Like again, just like practical effects, shot it all, like everything's in camera. And it just looked incredible. That whole limo scene, man, that was great too. Like they're just blowing up this bridge out in Key West.
Yeah, I know.
That's just insane. All these people are never going to be able to get off the island because they just decimated like a mile of this bridge.
Well, I think they'd gotten everybody off the island, hadn't they? And like they were finishing evacuating everybody.
Yeah. Either way.
But still, I mean, it's such a good scene though. Like when you said you wanted to go watch this again, that was one of the first things that came to mind for this movie. That and the jet, like the jet scene.
Yes, the Harrier jet.
But yeah,
the indestructible Harrier jet.
The indestructible Harrier jet. Yeah, it's those two things I feel like are like that's just what I think of when I think of True Lies is Jamie Lee Curtis, like the limo falling and her like coming being pulled out of it, and then him and the Harrier jet. With the baddie, on it, and then his daughters, hanging on the front of it. Like it's just it's iconic. Like I really feel it's iconic. It's so good.
So good. So good. Yeah. Oh, and then like we got the incompetent terrorists in the van, and they pull out the RPG to shoot out the helicopter from inside the van, and it just blows out the whole front side. That one guy goes flying out and gets ran over, and then the whole thing is just like charred and smoking.
Yeah,
I love that. That was so fun. It's just great. It's a great little like touch of comedy in the middle of all this chaos. Man,
I love I forgot how just addicting may be the wrong word, but it is addicting. When they're doing the tango, it's such a great way to bookmark the movie at the beginning, or bookend the movie at the beginning and the end. In that song, like I watched this on Saturday, and like up until like yesterday, I had that song still in my head.
The tango song.
Yeah, it's so good. It's just, and it just works so well with like how that scene is shot, both of them. It's so good. Gosh, it's
if this movie was made today, that last scene would be a post credits or a mid credits scene. They would have just pushed it till after, just to get us to watch the credits.
Yeah, they would have.
James Cameron doesn't do that. I don't think James Cameron's done any post credit scenes, has he? Oh, did Terminator 2 have a post credits or a mid credits?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No, none of them did. Yeah. Man.
I've only seen the first Avatar. I don't think it had it. But.
Yeah. Speaking of other movies, what do you think would be a good movie to pair with this movie? If you were going to a drive-in and it was a double feature, what would go with this movie? Before or after? I threw this one at you, kind of out of left field.
So does it have to be around the same time?
No, any movie.
No, I would put Die Hard with this. I think that'd be a perfect pairing because there's like you've got the same kind of tone with Die Hard, where you've got a lot of action, you've got a little bit of comedy in it. I think Die Hard, the original Die Hard, would go good with this.
See, I think I went a little too matchy. I was thinking Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I think that would be really
well. Okay, so I did wonder after this. I'm like, was this the inspiration for Mr. and Mrs.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith was a show before that too. It was like
Oh,
back
it
in the
was?
80s. I think there was a show for it. Yeah, maybe it was the 90s.
Okay.
But yeah, there was a Mr. and Mrs. Smith show before the movie.
Okay.
So yeah, that's been. I think this came out before that though. Maybe I don't
Okay.
know. Well, whenever we do that movie, we'll figure that
Yeah.
out. Which that's at 25 now as well. That's over 25 now. We could do that at any time. Although we got a bit of a run coming up. I don't think we'll fit it in anytime soon.
we got a big schedule coming. So. Yeah.
All right. I got just a couple more behind the scenes tidbits for you.
Sure.
We already discussed much of the downtown stuff was shot on a real plane. Well, a replica plane with a real crane and several cameras. So it looked as real as possible. James Cameron and Jamie Lee Curtis didn't tell Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yep, I got that covered already. Where she falls and he reacts to it. Okay, I got one left. What do you think is Arnold's most spoken line of dialogue in this movie?
Most spoken?
Yeah. And there's a good reason for it too.
It's not big mistake.
It comes up a lot more than you think it would. He says sorry. He says sorry like 20 some odd times throughout the whole movie.
Okay.
Because James Cameron is Canadian. So he wrote it in there a lot because he keeps saying, I'm sorry. I thought that was great. Like Cameron was in an interview. He's like, yeah, that's the most spoken word. That's the most spoken line of dialogue for Arnold is sorry because I'm Canadian.
That's so funny.
I love it. So that's all I got on True Lies. It was a lot of fun. I really loved going back and rewatching this movie. This was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Do you got anything left on it? Anything else you want to get out of the way?
Nope, I don't. It was fun. Really fun to watch from start to finish.
All right. Let's give it our retro scores, and then we will move on to retro ramble. So retro score, the first time you saw this movie, scale of 1 to 100, how do you feel like you would have rated it?
Oh, probably... I remember reenacting some of these scenes with my action figures. So
Nice.
I'm going to say probably like a 90. I would have given it a 90 back then. If I did that with my action figures, it would have been a solid 90.
Solid 90. I think I would have given it a 95. This was I remember getting this one on VHS very soon after it came out. This was like one of those like I would get a few VHSs every year for Christmas, and I think I got this one like that first Christmas it was available. And I remember like I said, like everybody had this movie. We watched it all the time. This is absolutely 95. I love this movie growing up. On the rewatch, what would you give it? How do you feel about it on the rewatch?
Oh man, I'm gonna go a 95 on this. The only reason I don't hit 100, honestly, is because the little nitpicks, like her scene with the gun going down, and then just now, because it's been like digitally remastered, it takes me out of the immersion when I see somebody else that's clearly not Arnold, you know. But oh my gosh, it was so fun. It's still such a
great ride, such a fun ride.
It is in the pantheon of the best action movies ever made. Clearly, like
I would agree,
undoubtedly. Yeah,
95 for me as well. All the same, 100% or 95, 100% on 95.
Yeah,
yes, I would give it a 95 as well. All the same reasons. Technicality. How do you feel like this movie did technically with its achievements?
I'm gonna say I will give it. I'll give it a 90, and that is only because of the two things that I had said earlier. I think those are just like not especially well, not even a scene because it's shot well of the gun falling down, but just the stunt doubles,
the reaction, the stunt doubles. All right,
stunt doubles, yeah.
I give it a 95, and only for the sake of that rocket scene that we talked about at the end. That's it. That just I gotta give a little nick for that. 95 for me. Other than that, this was a really well executed movie. Technically, James Cameron did a fantastic job. This is definitely one of the bigger feathers in his cap. And on that, we go down to our last category. Rewatchability or rewatchability. Yes. How likely are you to rewatch this movie in the future?
This is silly. I gotta give it 100 though. I am going to rewatch
Same.
this at some point.
I will definitely rewatch it at some point. This gets 100.
I hate giving I feel like there's been a couple that I've given 100, and it's just like part of me is like, do I give it 100? But then, am I going to rewatch? Yes, I plan on rewatching it again. Like I'm going to make time to rewatch it. So yes, 100.
Yeah, I think this one we might have to. I don't know. I think we'll leave it like it is, but maybe we'll give it like, I don't know. Anyways, the token score for True Lies is a 84.9. It is up there. It is up there. This is definitely in our top 3, I think. And maybe our number 1. No, it's not our number 1. That's right. Our number 1 was Star Wars. But it's close. Lethal Weapon is a little higher. Clerks is higher. Wayne's World is close. Another Tia Carrera. But yeah. I'm pretty happy with that. All right. Let's get on to what we get on to, and that is I covered up my screen. The Retro Ramble.
Cat's trying to get up on me here. Get out.
No cats in the lab.
Yeah.
Down, kitty. Kitty on my foot. Anyways. Retro Ramble. What was something that you would like to see rebooted or remade? I asked you last week because I know that you don't like a lot of the reboots and remakes. You don't even watch them. You're not interested in it. So I thought I'd challenge you with what is something that you would like to see rebooted or remade? What do you got for me? Or do you want me to go first? I don't care either way.
I'll go first here. And
all right.
Firefly. A reboot of Firefly.
You are in luck, sir. You are in luck.
Are they doing it?
They are doing it. They're doing an animated. You didn't.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Nathan Fillion announced it a few weeks back. They announced that they're doing it. They got the entire cast back.
Oh,
and they're going to start. They're going to tell stories from between the show and the movie. So
Wash will be in it then. Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
Wash will be in it and everything. Yeah. So it's going to be animated. It's going to be great.
The idea that I had for this, because you said before we start this, I got bonus points for coming up with an idea or whatever. Explain it. So it's got to be like a Netflix series or something, right? Like where it can be. I don't want it to be dark and gritty because that's not the tone of the show. But it can push the envelope a little bit more. But it's going to follow the ship and like a new crew. It'll be kind of like the comics that you were
Brand New
telling
Day.
me about. Yeah, so it's gonna like
verse.
most of the crew will be the kids from the kids of members of the original crew. So maybe like I think like Mal and Inara end up getting together to have a child, right?
Right.
Kaylee and Simon,
They got a couple.
They had the thing going on,
Yeah.
and then this one I think will be fun. Jane has a child that he had no idea that he fathered.
Yeah.
And he shows up, or he or she, whatever, they show up and there's a whole thing there, with that. And they become a member of the crew. And then Wash and Zoe's daughter would be like the captain. And it really follows them, but then like the original cast are sprinkled in different episodes, like maybe in the first episode it kind of shows Mal, kind of turning over the mantle to I can't remember what her name is in the comics, Wash and Zoe's daughter. And just I don't know, I think that'd be a lot of fun if they would do that.
Yeah. I think that is kind of similar to what they did with New Verse.
Oh, really?
Some of it. Like I think the Zoe and Wash had a daughter, and I do believe she's being trained by Mal to take over as captain, but he's still captain. Zoe is still on the ship. And if I remember correctly, what's their name? Kaylee and Simon have, I think, twin boys, but they don't live on the ship anymore. They've settled down. They have a farm on some planet somewhere. And I think River is near, but she's not with them, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I haven't read that in a while. but yeah, like it's similar for sure. But yeah, there's a show now, so that'll be coming in. They've got whenever they announced it at like Comic-Con or something like that. Whenever they announced it, they had the entire cast up on a panel. Like, you got to go back and watch. They did this great thing. So on Instagram and like all the socials, not Joss Whedon. What's his name? Nathan Fillion would go, and he did these little bits where he would knock on every cast member's door, like one at a time. And like, you knock on their door and he'd say something like, "You ready?" And they would answer like in character, like, "Yeah," or whatever. Like Jane like answered the door, and he had the hat on, and he was eating an apple off the end of a knife, and like just like little bits like that. Yeah. And so like then they would release like a new character like once like every couple of days or something like that, leading up to the big announcement. And like the comment section was just going nuts with like, this better be the revival show we've been asking for, because if this is like some stupid toy line or something, we're gonna riot. And it's just great. But yeah, so like they announced it at Comic-Con, and they have everything lined up except for a platform. Like they don't know where they're gonna put it yet, but it's in the works. I see. Nathan is behind it. They got the blessing of Joss Whedon and everything, so it's happening. It'll happen.
That's awesome.
Which I'm excited about. That's the way to do it for sure.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I have to answer this question still.
Yeah. What's your? Sorry, I took us on a Firefly detour.
We went on a quest. I could go on a fire. We should just we do a whole nother podcast about Firefly. I'm down for it.
Yeah.
So I asked you this question, and then we got off, and I'm sitting downstairs thinking about it, and I was like, man, I don't have an answer for this thing. Everything I kept thinking about was like, they've already done it. They've already done it. They've already done it. Or they did it and it failed. Or they did it and it failed. Like, everything's been done. So I thought about it more. I came up with a couple. But I'm going to give you Wings. The TV show Wings. I feel like that could be fun. Like, all the characters are older. And, like, they've all gone off and done decent career. Like, everybody's had a decent career. Like, Tony Shalhoub's had a pretty good career.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? That plays the mechanic, Lowell. It was right there on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, Sandman in the Spider-Man movies. Yeah, like he's done stuff too. The only person
Thomas
I can
Hayden Church. Yeah.
Thomas Hayden Church. Thank you. Yes, the only one I can think of that I haven't really seen in anything else is Helen, that plays the love interest and everything. She runs the diner there and everything. Sure. Anyways, I've been rewatching them when we go to bed. And I think that would be really fun. Like, we get the cast back together, and they could be celebrating maybe the brothers retiring and perhaps selling the airline or passing it on down to the next generation, something like that. It could be fun. Doesn't have to be a full series. It could just be like a little mini, like 6 episodes.
A little mini series,
like yeah, a little revival, something like that.
A little revival,
I thought that might be kind of fun. Yeah, a little reunion series. Yeah, I think they're about at the right age. I think that could be fun. I don't remember how the show ended. So I don't know if like it ended with him still running the airline, or if he left it, or what exactly. So maybe this is all for nothing. Like, I don't remember.
I have not watched that entire series. I mean, I've watched. I'm familiar with it. I've seen some episodes, but I've never like sat down and watched the whole thing. So
this was one that I used to catch all the time on like USAM. Like they used to do that on USA. Especially in the summers, like you would just get up and they would have like a 4-hour block, and they'd run like 2 episodes each of like 4 different like sitcoms that were in syndication at the time. And they weren't super old. And this was one that was like a kind of a staple. Like they always ran this one. And I remember watching it several summers. And but yes, like I don't think I've ever sat down and watched it like from beginning to end and like truly like invested in rewatching it. Yeah. That's something that I enjoyed, so I thought I'd bring that up.
Yeah.
And then just for fun, maybe Happy Days. We could bring the characters back. They would all be at this point in the timeline. Like if you look at it, I think it would be about the millennium, right? And we could see how Fonzie and Richie handle Y2K. You know, maybe Fonzie's freaking out about Y2K. I don't know. He doesn't understand computer mundos. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Happy Days that much, but I was thinking about it, and I was like, it'd be about that time. They could be celebrating Y2K. That might be fun. But yeah, I was talking about it with my wife.
I-
It's like I couldn't think of anything.
I'd watch that. I used to watch Happy Days like a lot. I watched a lot because it'd run on like Nick at Night or whatever, you know. It'd run in syndication, and they'd play 2 or 3 or 4 episodes of it, and I would watch that. I watched it a lot. I think I've watched the entire series. It's been so long since I've seen it, though. I couldn't tell you everything that happened.
Yeah,
but
they had a couple.
But yeah, no, I had
didn't
this. They did. They had Joni and
Chachi. Yeah.
And then
isn't Laverne and Shirley a spinoff of it?
Laverne and Shirley is a spinoff.
Mork and
Mindy's also a spinoff of that. Yeah.
They did a lot with that one for sure. I don't know,
but yeah, I had issues figuring this out too. Like I'd thought about it like after our airing last week, and then I forgot about Saturday. And then I thought about it this morning. That's when I texted you because I was like, "Oh, what was the question again?" Yeah. I'm thinking, what is there anything that I can think of that I would like to see rebooted or remade? And remade was really hard because I'm trying to think of like sci-fi movies and stuff, and I'm like, what could be a good sci-fi movie? But like, I don't know, Star Wars or whatever. Like, they're not going to remake. They shouldn't remake that movie. Like, they have the technology to make any any new things in there that they want. I mean, George Lucas makes a new cut of the film every 60 days, you know, and so I'm like, gosh, I don't know. And then like all these other movies, like I'm thinking about movies that we've watched. And I'm like, I don't know if like I would want somebody else playing, you know,
right,
this character in True Lies, you know, or whatever it is. Like I'm just using that as an example. Yeah. But I don't know, it's hard. It's really hard. It almost has to be like a reboot, you know, and not a remake, and it has to be like you're saying, something that's like it's taking place within the universe. Yeah, but they're not redoing the series.
Just picking it up and continuing with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I asked my wife what she'd want to see, and she wants to see Mike and Molly come back. So
okay.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like that could work. You know, it's about 10 years old at this point that they ended it. Their kid would be, you know, precocious enough that it could provide some fun times. Sure. But yeah, I agree. So we started watching that one now. So we got all these different shows that we're going to be watching throughout the day. Yeah. But all right, that's all I got for my retro ramble. How about stale popcorn? You got any stale popcorn for me? Anything you want to bring up?
Yeah. So I was thinking about a couple weeks ago. I can't remember when it was or even what the episode was, but I'd asked you. I think the retro ramble was like, what do you think the best anti-hero is, or whatever? Yeah. And I'd said Hellboy, and I still stand by that. But I have been in like my free time, I have been watching through the MCU movies again because like I'm like, oh, Doomsday's coming out, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. I haven't looked forward to like a Marvel movie in a while. I'm like it's got Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, I'm like, it's got Robert Downey Jr. in it, and I'm like way behind on everything. Like I'm just gonna start in release order and just watch them. And I've watched up through, and including the series. I'm gonna watch the series too. But I've watched just the Disney Plus series. Yeah. And
the more canonical stuff.
Yeah, and they have thrown in like the Netflix like Daredevil and Iron Fist and Defenders, and I think Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, like all those are in universe now because they started they rebooted Daredevil with like Daredevil Born Again. So those are technically canon, so I'll watch through those.
Punisher. They got a Punisher short coming out too that looks really good.
Yep. And so I was like, anti-hero. And I just finished 2 nights ago, I just finished Thor. And I'm like, why didn't I think of Loki? Loki is such a good anti-hero. You know, he's just but now that you mentioned Punisher, like there's another one just Frank Castle is, oh my gosh. Make him pay, Frank. Make him pay. Yes.
And Bernthal does such a great Frank Castle, man.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. He was perfect casting for that.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, I gotta finish out. I gotta go back and finish up Punisher and Daredevil. Those were great. I enjoyed Jessica Jones. That was fun. And what was one of the other ones back then that I watched? Me and my wife watched a couple of them. She liked Jessica Jones, and I can't remember the other one we watched that we liked. But yeah, there's a few back there that were fun.
Daredevil was really
days.
good. I really liked the Daredevil series, and I'm looking forward to watching Born Again. I'm like, I'm going to start back from the beginning of all this and just take my time with it. Like, I don't have a time limit on it. I'm just going to enjoy it, and so
I like that. That sounds fun. So I got a little bit for you.
Okay.
I'm scrolling through my feed, and I get this ad for something called the Porcelain Pack.
Okay. I was going to take a drink of water, but I'm going to wait.
It's what you think it is. It's a box. Like, you can order this box. It's like $35, and they will send you, and it's got all this little like retro stuff in it. That's things that like you would keep in your bathroom to keep you occupied as a back in the day. So it comes with like a little LCD handheld. Think of like the little Tiger Electronic games. It comes with one of those little like non-electronic pocket games, like the little water ones where you press the gaskets and the rings float up.
Yes.
A game book, like a crossword puzzle or something like that. Some anthology comic series like a Garfield or a Far Side book or Doonesbury or something like that. Classic magazine. The example they give is a Wizard magazine. Some cool toy, like some of those little like tchotchke toys you get out of the dollar coin machines or whatever. Some random reader, like bathroom reader, like a Reader's Digest or a 1001 Stories or something like that. A pulp novel, and then a mystery item. So I thought this sounded like really fun. Just to go for like
mystery.
a mystery item. But just for like the nostalgia of all these little things, I was like, I'm ordering one of these because I got to see what's in this thing. So I ordered me one. I did. It'll be here in 2 weeks, but I got one ordered.
You almost like need to unbox that on the air.
I'll give you one more. It's really fun. Their tagline is potty like it's 1999.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that was my fun little thing this week. Yeah, it was fun. I like it. They found me and I'm sold.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's a monthly deal.
No, it seems like they release them quarterly. Like you can sign up you can get their annual subscription. It's like $120, and they'll send you one like every 3 months or something like that.
Okay.
So, if you wanted to, you could sign up for a subscription. But I just did one because I think after one you'll be like, I'm over this. But one will be fun.
Enough of it, yeah.
I know my son's going to enjoy it, and I'm going to enjoy it, and my wife is curious about it as well. So I was like, we spend more than that just like going to like an arcade or Target.
Right.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, well, with that, why don't you hit us with the retro ramble, and we'll put a cap on this long one.
Yeah. So next week we are going to be going over our top 5 favorite video games of all time.
Yeah.
We don't just like movies and TV and all that here. We enjoy video games. We've done a couple episodes on games. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So my question for you is, it's kind of a two-parter. What is a video game that you always wanted to play when you were a kid, but you never had a chance to? And then to piggyback on that for extra points, if you have gotten to finally play this as an adult, did you like it or not?
Okay. I like this. All right. Think about that one.
All right. Well, with that, friends, we've reached on the checkpoint. Hey, thanks for sticking with us through this long episode. Thanks for listening week in and week out. Share us with your friends, your family, anybody you know. This podcast takes tokens, obviously. And we're on all the platforms. Anything you can think of, we're probably there. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe. Helps us a lot. And till then, did I already say this? Be kind and rewind. Be kind and rewind. I'm going to say it again. We'll see you all next week.
You're fired. All right. Oh, okay. What was that? Retro Ramble was. What's a game you always wanted to play?
What's a game you always wanted to play? Never had a chance when you were growing up. Here, I'll just. Well, you're already typing. I was gonna say I could just copy and paste it into the notes here.
I have noticed that now I can type without looking at the keyboard. I feel like a true, I don't know, grown up or whatever.
Have you never been able to do that before?
I've always looked at the keyboard, but I just like, I don't know. I just tried it the other day. Like I was just typing or my wife did it rather. So she was helping my son with homework and she was typing what he was saying to do this report. And she was looking at him in the eye while he's saying it and she's typing. And he goes, "Are you just hitting random keys or are you actually typing?" And she was like, "I'm actually typing." And then like, she just like started staring him down while she was typing. They had like a little funny moment. And I was like, I haven't tried that in forever, but like I was never able to do it before. And then I just sat here and I tried it and I was like, oh, sure enough, I can do that now. Wow. That's crazy. I've just been just gotten so much natural practice over the years that now I can do it.
Yeah.
I like it.
When I was in
like
high
that I have that skill now.
Yeah. When I was in high school, like they made us like we had to take a keyboarding class, and they had like little cardboard things that would go over the keyboard so you couldn't see it.
Oh, okay.
And you had to type.
Nah.
So
You know the
maybe
QWERTY. No, maybe probably the QWERTY keyboard was actually designed as a way to slow people down typing, because the old typewriters, with the old typewriters. It used to be alphabetical, and people would get to typing so fast that the keys would jam on them. And so the guy that designed the QWERTY keyboard designed it so that the way things were spaced out, it would slow people down just enough that they wouldn't jam up anymore.
I see. Interesting.
Something that we just still have now. Like they tried to implement like new keyboards that are more designed around like either a full alphabetical layout or a layout designed around the keys you use the most being more in the middle or something like that. And no, it just the QWERTYs are the one that's here.
Everybody uses it.
Everybody uses it. Yeah, nobody wants to use anything different. But apparently, if you wanted, you could find one. I'm just like, I've gotten used to this now.
Yeah. I know where all the keys are at. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna end the live stream. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We'll see y'all next week.